5 with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. First up, Jake Paul, the problem child, 6'1" tall with a reach of 76 inches. And his opponent, it's Lawrence the Sauce Okoli. He's 6'5" tall with an 82.7-inch reach.
I'll always go for reach every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed, nobody's going to touch you. But someone that can get in close, that has the power to get up close and personal and break those ribs, get those shots into the body, you've got to look out for that.
Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico. The Sauce, Lawrence Okoli. This WBO World Champion Cruiserweight is a hard hitter and could fight at heavyweight one day.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Dorado, Puerto Rico, a social media superstar and rising contender known as El Gallo de Dorado, Jake Paul. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is a British, Commonwealth, and European Cruiserweight champion from London, England, a Cruiserweight champion of the world, Lawrence the Sauce Okoli.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins now. Let's get the answers.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. And there's the bell for round 1. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Those counter punches have to hurt. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Solid straight left. The right hook just missed. Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Lawrence Okoli caught with a thunderous shot. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
What are you doing? In my back, you focus back with a jab back.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Get the main thing, all right? Go back out there and win this round.
Here we go. It's round 2. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Good counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Good counter-punching. Blocks that right hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter-punch. They both want the knockout. Not a lot of defense here at all. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great round. Now relax. I don't want you to load up.
On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Got out of the way of that right hook. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter. Coley may go down here. How is this fight still continuing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This is what a Coley did not want to do. How did they survive that?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Catch and shoot. hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Jab does not score. The straight right just misses. And he just misses with that jab. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. On to the fifth we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
This could be the end. Hold it right there. The referee really thinking about stopping it. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Threw a punch and just got countered. We wanted action, and they are delivering. There's a counter shot. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Shot, and down goes Okoli. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Okoli in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Here we go in the sixth round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
They exchange punches. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. much output. Thought there might be more action here. Good defense on that right hook. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
He's starting to make mistakes and he's switching up immediately to switch back.
Here we go. It's round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Can't score with that jab. And he scores with the counter. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
How about that time counter shot? Looking to land the hook. Blocks that left hook. That counter shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
I love that. I love that. That jab's slick.
And there's the bell for round 8. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Stamina is off the charts. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan.